My brother, welcome back to the Dear Brother podcast. I'm glad you're here. I love you. You matter to me. Hope your weekend went well, man. If it did, continue to build upon it. If you had a rough weekend, man, some rough spots, it's okay. I clap you up, bro. You survived. You made it back to the community. So welcome to the community, guys. I want to tell a story today. I want to tell a story about an old man with a bunch of mentors around him. And it was very interesting principles I think that we can learn from this particular story. And so there was an old man. He had a group of young men he was mentoring, teaching. And one of the young men one day said, you know what? I think the place that we are right now is too small for us. Obviously, the school was growing. More people were coming. More leaders were being taught. And he looked around and he recognized, he said, we need something bigger. We're expanding, right? We need something that will fit where we're going, right? Not just where we are. And so he looked at the old man. He said, can we go? Can we go? The old man says, yes, man, of course. Go ahead and go ahead. You're right. You're right. Let's build something new that will fit us better. So the young man, in all of his excitement, said, he's about to run out the door, I guess, to grab all the other guys and say, hey, we got permission to build something bigger for us, right? And so before he goes, he stops at the door and he pauses and he looks back at the old man and he says, will you go with us? Right? He said, will you go with us? And the old man says, yes, of course I'll go. So they go down to this new place. They find a plot of land that will fit where their vision is going, that will fit who they are, will fit their dreams for themselves. And they said, okay, we got to start building. So they look around, they see the trees and they see everything. And they say, okay, we're going to use this wood here, of course. And everybody takes an axe. And this particular young man who was all excited about the building project, he takes the axe first. And here he is. He's hitting the trees, right? He's hitting the trees. He's chopping the wood. He's getting everything ready to be able to fit this great school that they're about to build. And in all his excitement and in his swinging his axe, he's swinging it. I'm sure he's looking around. I'm sure he's happy. I'm sure he's looking forward to the future. He's like, man, this is going to be great. The idea is in place and he's excited. So here he is. He's swinging his axe probably as hard as he could, to get this work done. The more work they can get done each day, the faster the house is going to get built. Right. So here they go. And he's swinging the axe and swinging it and swinging it. I'm sure sweat's flowing off of his head, man. But excitement in his heart. He's probably not even getting tired because he's so excited about what he's building. And in one of his swings, as he's swinging the axe, in one of his swings, the axe head comes off. Now, there are two parts of the axe: the wood handle that you hold in order to swing, and you have the axe head that's sharp on the edge, and it makes it effective. It makes him effective. It makes him able to cut through whatever he's swinging at. So you have the axe handle, you have the axe head, and the axe head makes you effective. As he's swinging the axe head or swinging the axe in one of his big giant swings of excitement, the axe head comes off. And it falls into some water, and that stream was heading away from him. And so when he realizes his axe head falls off, he stops swinging the axe and he goes to look for the old man. He runs to the old man. Hey, I dropped my axe head. My axe head fell off into the water and I need to get it back. Why? So I can get back to work. My axe head. He stopped. He was in a panic. I lost my head. And the old man comes and he says, where did you lose it? And the young man then told him, I lost it. I lost it. It fell off into the river and it's flowing downstream. I lost my axe head. And so the old man cuts off a stick because he's a old prophet. He cuts off a stick and he makes this miracle happen. He throws the stick in the water, and the axe head comes swimming back upstream. And the young man, it's in his reach to be able to grab the axe head, right? And so the exciting part of the story, it would seem that the exciting part of the story for this particular young man is that he got his axe head back. But I would like to show you the more important thing than getting the axe head back. The more important thing was number one. If we retract the story, the young man looked around in the old place they were building and he recognized, he said, this place is too small for who we are. The first thing a man has to do in his life for growth is recognize whether he's in a place that's too small for him, whether he's surrounded by people that are too small for him, whether he's surrounded by a vision that's too small for him. If you're ever going to become anything as a man, it's not the movement you make, it's the recognition you make. It is not the thing you do, it is whether you recognize that you need to do a thing. So the first miracle of a man's growth doesn't happen outwardly. It doesn't happen in what people can say. A miracle happens in the mind of a man. The greatest miracle that can ever happen on earth is not blind eyes being opened or not deaf ears hearing. The greatest miracle that can ever happen on the earth is for a man to change his mind. Because you guys know, like I do, when we make a decision, it's decided. And it takes all hell to change our minds. And most time, all hell won't change our minds because of the stubborn nature of a man. The first thing you have to recognize is where I am fit for me? Is it too small? He recognized, hey, man, this place is too small for us. And he asked for permission. Hey, can I go? Can I go? Right? And that takes humility. So recognition is number one. Humility is number two. He asked for permission from a man he respects. In other words, he was asking for help. He was asking for a go ahead. He was asking for a nod. Don't be the kind of man that feels like you need no nod from a senior man. That is pride. Don't be the kind of man that doesn't seek out help from men of great wisdom. Kill your pride and ask for this help. As the boy's walking out the door, he gets this permission. He could have ran out the door and said, hey, man, I'm going to go do my thing. Instead, he stops at the door, he turns around and he asks the old man, will you go with me? What was he asking for? He was asking to where I go, may wisdom follow. Where I go, may wisdom follow. The greatest thing a man needs in his life, the greatest need any man has a need of in his life is wisdom. The greatest need a man has is wisdom. Ask for wisdom. Ask God for wisdom. Seek wisdom. Fall in love with wisdom, because wisdom teaches you how to use knowledge. See, a lot of us men, we get cocky because of what we know. But what you know is no good without wisdom being able to appropriate what you know. Wisdom, it relegates knowledge. It tells you where to put knowledge. So wisdom trumps knowledge all day long. You can know everything. Do you know where to do it? How to do it? How long to do it? Whether you should do it at all. That's why, as a man, you should seek wisdom. So the man asks, come on with me. He says, of course I'll go. He gets down there, and as he's swinging the axe, trying to build his school and all his excitement, that axe head flies off. Now, this is what most men will do. What we would do is, if we're in our work mode and we lose, most of the time, our pride won't let us admit we lost. So we'll keep on swinging the axe handle so that everybody around us can think that we are working. But the question is, if I lost the axe head, so what? I'm swinging the axe handle. I'm not being effective with my swing. I want to challenge some of you gentlemen listening to me right now. When you get married, you're handed an axe. When you take on a job, you're handed an axe. When you're parenting, when you're raising your kids, you're handed an axe. The question is not whether you're trying. The question is, when was the last time you felt effective as a man? When was the last time I was an effective husband? Have I been doing it with my head, or have I been swinging the axe just to say we've been married 20 years? Has it been effective for 20 years? When was the last time it was effective, right? In your career, man, I've been doing this for 10, 15 years. The question is not how long you've been doing it. The question is how long you've been effective. Have you lost your head and kept swinging so people will say, look at him. He's a hard worker. Look at him. Look how he hangs in there. He's a champion. He never stops. He just goes and goes and goes. The question is not what they think. The question is your reality. Have you been doing it without your head? Have you been trying to love your wife without your head? Have you been swinging away trying to be a parent, but you're doing it without your head? It doesn't make you a bad man. It makes you the kind of man that would rather look like he's being strong than actually be strong. Because it's very important, gentlemen, that we are willing to admit when we don't have it and stop and find where to get it back. Don't let your pride make you continue so people think you have something that you actually don't, because the consequence of that is shame on you. Shame digs in because now you cannot produce what people are expecting because you refuse to stop and say, I don't have it. Don't let shame take you over because you're trying to produce something you no longer have. The miracle in this story, like I mentioned before, was not that the axe head came upstream. No, the miracle in the story was that the boy stopped. He stopped everything he was doing and he went and told somebody, I've lost my head. I refuse to continue to make people think I'm a great dad, a great husband, a great worker, a great lover, a great this, a great that. And the fact is, I've been doing it all without my head. When was the last time you were connected to the energy you were giving out? The miracle is for a man to pause and say and assess, have I been living life with my head on my shoulders, or have I been just surviving, not thriving at all? Dear brother, I challenge you to pause and admit where you lost. The next thing the man did, the old man came to the young man and asked him, where did you lose it? Now that's big. Where did you lose it? Now, see, because now that's deeper. That gets into the heart. That gets into the heart. I lost it. I can admit from my mind I lost it. The deeper heart question is not whether I lost it, but where. And that's what I challenge you with today, this day, brothers. Where'd you lose it? Did you lose it in your divorce? Did you lose it when you were molested as a child and that's a secret you holding on to? Did you lose it after the first person broke your heart? Did you lose it when your money went down? Did you lose it when you felt like you lost purpose? Where did you lose your head? When did it fall apart? Because I warn you, gentlemen, from your brother Christian to you in this community, I've been there where I lost it, but had the ability to keep going. I had the ability to keep going, but that doesn't mean I was actually doing it well. Don't be satisfied with the fact you're still getting it done, or the word I used a few minutes ago, that you're still just surviving. Surviving is not living. Thriving is. But how do I get from surviving to thriving, Christian? I get there by admitting where I lost it, when I lost it, how I lost it, so I get a plan to restore my life. He went back to that leader and he said, man, I lost it. Now, this is another thing I want to hit before I go. Make sure that you're around real father role leaders or fatherhood leaders or guys who have a father in him. Because when he told him that he lost, when he told the father or the leader he lost his head, he didn't receive judgment. He received guidance. Don't be around men who will joke about your loss or make you comfortable with your loss. Surround yourself with men that will ask you, where is it? When'd you drop it? Where'd you lose it? I love you. Come on, let's get you back together. I got guys that'll joke with me about my failures. And that's fun. That's cool. But when the rubber meets the road, you need men around you that won't joke about what you're suffering or even allow you to. You need men around you that will gather you and help you gather yourself. But the road to gathering you is willingness to admit when you lost it, where you lost it, and how you lost it so you can regain it. Dear brother, I love you. You count. You matter to me. Hey, dear brother, the advice. This is our time where we ask questions. This is the time it gives me an opportunity to speak with you all and give you advice. Also, you guys can share advice with people on the other brothers in our community. Again, this is not about one voice. This is about a community of brothers coming together where we can communicate, we can share, we can grow each other up, we can challenge each other. Brothers, thank you so much, man. I am so grateful every time I jump on this channel to make videos and give them to you. I'm grateful for this community. Brothers, I am on my way to Guyana. In fact, it's about 2 weeks from now. I'm taking a Dear Brother event to Guyana. And if you want to be a part of helping me to feed the men there and give out my book, some of you may or may not know, you should know, I need to do better at this actually, is sharing my book with you all. I have a book called Home Where Hurt Men Heal. It's on Amazon.com right now. You need to get this book. It's been helping a lot of men all over the country. It's on Amazon right now, Amazon.com, Home Where Hurt Men Heal. Please pick up that book. Pick it up for a brother. Pick it up for a father, a friend, an uncle, because I think it will really, really help. It's on Amazon.com right now. As well, visit my website. Gentlemen, I do one-on-one coaching just for men. I also do group coaching for men. And if you would like a Dear Brother event to come to your community center, your state, your church, your synagogue, your mosque, I will come and gather with the men. We have a great program, a 2 or 3 day program. We also have 1 day programs. We can come together and really do great things for men. So please visit my website and you can see all that we're doing there. Again, if you would like to donate to the Guyana Dear Brother event, you can Cash App or Venmo at Master Built One. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Brothers, thank you so much for being here today. Remember, gentlemen, admit where you are. Admit where it hurts. It's the road back to recovery. Dear brother, you're valuable. I love you. Be great today. Be great tomorrow. Make sure that you like and you subscribe and you share with men around you you know needs a community that loves them without judgment. Brothers, I love you. You will always count to me. I'll see you all Wednesday. Rock on.